Hi everyone. Right, just be 2 minutes. Let's see if I can invite some people on. This is some fussy kitten I done last night, so I thought I'll come on and make some cards. Don't know what kind of cards, but we will see. Let me just share the live into some of the groups. If I go into Messenger, see if anyone's coming on. Look, it's just taking ages. Ugh. Right, let's see. Share to a group. This one. Share. Share to a group. Bum 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 bum. Fabulous. So I am live. Hello. Who's on? Can't see who's on, but that's fine. Oh, what a quick, busy day today. So first of all, I just want to show you. What do I want to show you? I've got some Happy Meal to show you first. So let me get this out the way. Okay, so yesterday I stamped Peaceful Days, this little tab, which is just adorable. I'm going to pop them in my planner. And then I also stamped some of the Stay Warm. They're the Stampin' Up! Reversible stamps. So that's where you see all the little Christmas jerseys, the wee Christmas jumpers and whatnot. So let me get them out the rod. That was all the colours I used. Lots of different funky colours. Oh, I'm so excited. This Saturday sees World Card Making Day taking place. And I've got half a dozen ladies coming to the house to craft along together with a free online event class that's been run by Stampin' Up. It's a free class, but they're using a specific product, which is a handmade and heartfelt felt kit. So I've got that there. I'll show you that later. But this is the parcel, and it's from the lovely Tammy on my team. Right, very quickly though, what I'm going to do is I need to actually print off a flyer just to remind you, lovelies, of the joining offer that's going on now. So let me just print it off. Will it allow me to print it off? More. Print, yes, let's print off this graphic. Paper size. Where's A4? Nope, it's the wrong graphic because that's going to print dodgy. So, how is everyone? Who's here? If you're here, say hi. I'm just putting this upside down there now. Give me a wee second. I should have really done this before I started the live. I did try it on my own phone, but my own phone is now on this. I'll go and grab my planner though. Because I want to put some nice things in it. So I've got my planner here. So what I thought, this is the planner that I have designed and is available for purchase in my online store. Stickers not included. You could use your own stickers, etc. But I don't have the printing facilities to do proper dividers. So I thought I'll do my own and I'll stick them on and it's going to be just as good. Right, now, let me see. I'm still trying to find this photo, guys. Right, I've got it now. Right, so let's share this photo to the printer. Oh my goodness, what's happening? Do you know when you're trying to do something in quick time and it doesn't want to happen? Right, found it now. Print. So come on, print. So yesterday I had 2 meetings at work and I was absolutely shattered just because of the ME, and I thought, you know what, I'm going straight to my bed. So what I decided to do was, print that. Stamp, and then go up the stairs and rest in my bed. And that's what I done, and it was brilliant. Right, I'm just going to open up this package then now. Ooh, that's exciting. Now, how do you break into it though? Let's get rid of all this tape. It's always nice to get Happy Mail. You know, I love sending Happy Mail out. I never expect to have it reciprocated, because that's not the purpose. But I must admit, when I do get Happy Mail, I do a happy dance. I just think there's something really, really special about the postman bringing you something. Sorry about the noise. I'm just trying to keep my dress out the way and recycle this box, try not damage it, if possible. It's one of these postal box things. Package boxes. Oh, here we go. We're getting there. It certainly is secure, and I think this may be from the lovely spruced up stamping, who is Tammy in my team. She did say she was sending something, some little gifts as a late birthday random act of kindness. Oh, right, here we go. We're getting there, folks, we're getting there. Right, so how does it open? Aha. Oh my goodness, maybe I should have opened it before I came on. What's that? Yeah, this is what I'm printing off, folks. October joining offer. I've had a few girls come back, a few ladies, so it's really, really good deal. You can join my team for £35, and you've got till the end of March next year before you need to meet those first target of 300 CSV, which is about £270, £280 in the quarter. So it's not a lot. It's not a lot. So do get in touch. We've got some events coming up regarding this as well. Oh my goodness. Right, this is from Tammy. Tammy, it's Tammy's fault that I am a planner addict now. I've always loved diaries, but never loved anything as fancy as this. As like the happy planners and stuff. And I could never find the inserts to suit myself. That's why I designed my papercraft planner. Oh, look. You are a one-of-a-kind, wonderful friend. Now, this is Willow White. I can tell. Now, I've got a nice little tip of Tammy the last time she was at my house. White Willow, sorry, wrong way. So this is a scrapbooking cardstock. It's hugely smoother. Obviously it's made by a different manufacturer, but it's nice to stamp on. Right, what does it say in here? Happy birthday, my dear Tricia. Sorry it's late. I hope you find some joy with the contents. Lots of love and thank you for your friendship. Oh, love you, Tammy. I love you. Oh, goodness me, look. Wow. Tammy's been having a little clear out. Look at that. Stickers for my planner. Now, Tammy's very lucky because Tammy, when she goes home to Canada, she gets these gorgeous things that are available over there that we can't get here. Or we could, but it would cost a fortune. Look at those gorgeous blues. Now, I've already decorated my planner up until... Oh, so who have we got here? Hi, Susan. Thanks for joining me. I am going to be making cards. I'm just going through this quick late birthday present Happy Mail that one of my team members sent me because she knows how much I love planners. These are absolutely gorgeous. Now, look at the size of these. Stampin' Up! Don't actually offer planner supplies, so I'm okay showing these. I'm not going to share any links to where you get them or anything. But this could go in a little A6 photo frame or anything. Oh my. Now, I'm not being funny. Even to buy these second hand costs a fortune. And Tammy has been so generous. Oh, look at those gold letters. Oh, wow. Tammy, I didn't realise your planner addiction was quite as bad. But I love you for it. Oh, gratitude. Well, I've one similar to this. Oh, I like this. This is gratitude. All about me time, reset. Oh, we've got some little stickers here. Oh, PD ones. Got a little non-branded stamp set. It's to do with planning. I'll not show that, just in case. We've got a lovely, it's like a bookmark stencil that you can do your checklist. That would go inside my planner. I've got some little bits here. What is this? Bill pay checklist. Oh, that's wonderful. I could use that in my business, actually. Anything that's due to come out. Because I need to pay for things like my website. I also need to pay for things like Canva and stuff. Oh, look at this. Lovely little inserts. Dividers, sorry. Oh, festive themed. Oh, and lots of little note pages. Oh, these are gorgeous. You know, just writing in these, decorating them. Oh, look at this. Cards and gifts. Oh, this is good. For who? What is it and where? Oh, look. Stocking stuffer ideas. That's brilliant. Memories here. I will sort out the order of this. Memories. Oh, look. It's got built-in kind of like journaling, scrapbooking type pages. They're awesome. Absolutely awesome. And then we've got some vertical layouts there. It's like the 2 weeks to view, I think, or is it a month to view? Those are just delightful. Thank you so much, Tammy. I'm ever, ever, ever so grateful to you. I will put them in my planning trolley. But look at the gorgeous cards she's made. Right, so, like I say, you can join my Stampin' Up team in October for just £35. Normally, when you buy a starter kit at £99, you will get £130 worth free for £99. However, we're getting £130 worth for just £35. Or £194 worth for £99. That is just amazing. Absolutely amazing. You can join and you could be active in my team till at least the end of March before you would drop into pending month. So technically to the end of April. That's 7 months nearly of being part of a lovely team, a lovely community, making new friends, getting new inspiration. It's just super exciting. A lot of people join Stampin' Up for discounted products because once you join, you get 20% off. So it is so worth it. That's why I would probably recommend people go for the smaller cost kit. Because then if you were to order more goods, you'll get them even cheaper with your 20% discount added in there. Obviously, you'll need to start paying for shipping because the starter kit's got a free shipping thing. But yeah, it's really, 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 really good. Really good. Susan's saying beautiful colours. Gorgeous. So have you done card making quite a while then, Susan? Are you a pro? I'm relatively new to it. I'm coming up for 6 years with Stampin' Up this month. I can't believe that. It just felt like last month was my 5th anniversary. This is actually my anniversary month. I'm glad you're here talking to me, or I would have forgotten about that. I'll need to write that down before I forget, actually. Anniversary month. How awesome. So, yeah, I started off. I'm just going to write it on here. I think it's the 15th or the 18th, 6th stamp anniversary. Sorry, that writing's a bit yuck. Only because I'm using watercolour pens, which you can get from Stampin' Up. These are gorgeous. Yeah, so I had started off with 3D projects, jewellery making, things like that. My lovely mother-in-law she didn't drag me along, but she took me along to kind of like a paper craft type class. Wasn't much card making. I wasn't really keen on making cards. I joined Stampin' Up because I just liked the lady that I was watching at the time. I loved how she was online and inspiring people. And to be honest, I wanted to give back, so that's why I had joined. And with health issues and stuff, it meant I could no longer be a gym bunny, so I really had to fill my, let's say, my busy personality with something else, and card making was it. But see, once I started making cards, wow, I've not gone back. Not gone back. I love it. I love it. So the last time I crafted technically was last night. So like I say, I stamped and fuzzy cut out these gorgeous images from the Stay Warm set. This is one of the new mini catalogues because we get a January to April mini catalogue and we get September to December one. Those are 2 seasonal kind of themed, although you do get generalised crafty things in it as well. And then we'll have an annual catalogue that runs all year. So this is out of the kind of like autumn winter one, and it's really good. I just took a whole array of colours, stamped them, went to my bed for a recharge, popped on Netflix, watching this great series called Sullivan's Crossing, I think. It's based in Nova Scotia in Canada. 3 seasons, and I've just started watching that. It's amazing. So I sat fuzzy cutting while watching that. The last time I crafted beforehand was to make these gorgeous little customer gifts for people that shop with me this month. And inside is a little handmade keyring that I've made for the customers with a little key on it, a sentimental charm and the Tree of Life charm. And I thought, you know, you could pop that on your handbag or your purse or your makeup bag, anything you like, or your keys obviously because it's a keyring. Oh dear. Yeah, so I also popped in a little mini, you know these little, is these bulldog clips? Can't remember. A little angel charm that says handmade for you. I've popped one of them in it as well. So that's just a little token of thank you to customers. I can't afford, because I'm not a big, huge demonstrator with hundreds of clients or anything like that. So I like to make things with the products I've got and make other handmade stuff to go in them. So you get my time and my love, technically, as well as some nice Happy Mail. And plus, Royal Mail costs a fortune. So there is that cost aspect to it as well. So, right, so let's line these out. So we've got garden green jumpers, or sweater weather jumpers, I would say. We've got, this shade is called Secret Sea, and it's one of the newest colours because we get 5 new in colours every year that run for 2 years at a time before retiring. And Secret Sea is just absolutely gorgeous. So you get the inks, you get the Stampin' Right blend pens that match, you get the cardstock, you get patterned paper, designer series paper, that all coordinate, and that's one of the best things about Stampin' Up. It takes out a lot of the thought process when it comes to coordination, which I love, because there's times I don't know if I need, I don't know. So there's sometimes I just don't know what I need, and this takes the hard bit out of it. Right, oh, I stamped quite a few actually. So these are reversible stamps, so there's this one. So on one side it's flush and then the other side it's pattern. So this is what the flush side stamp's like. But obviously, if you're using one tone of colour, you can get various kind of shades of it just by simply stamping off. So I stamped there and then I stamped again to get a lighter version of this garden green. Because you'll agree, if I was to stamp the top image onto that, you would hardly see it. So stamping off, it's like 2nd generation or 3rd generation stamping, they call it. That's a really fun thing to do as well. You've probably done that a few times, Susan, yourself. So tell me, what's your favourite kind? Hi, Gemma. What's your favourite kind of cards to make, Susan? And anyone else that's watching, what kind or what season do you like? Me personally, while the comments catch up, I like any card, and I wasn't really big into making Christmas cards until a couple of years ago, and now I love it. But my only problem now is I don't send them out at Christmas time. They're always usually gifted away or decorated in a box and put in for a raffle prize or something. So this is this grey granite, basic grey that I used for this one. So I stamped the reverse flat side with second generation, and then I stamped the actual graphic on top. Whereas this one I decided just to do the actual image. So it's like a white bonnet with a white beanie with a grey detail. So there's lots of different kind of methods to use this. There's no sentiments in this stamp set, but I do have this one from the mini catalogue, Words for the Season. Another one I've got that's Christmas themed is this one. This is just a one stamp and it's really good. Might be a bit big for what I'm going to make with these, but these big stamps are really good for kind of batch making, or making when you want to show off the patterned paper on the card more than anything. You do that, you stamp this or emboss it on top or on a white panel or a coloured panel. Few embellishments and then Bob's your uncle. That's it, done. Done, done, done. Right, so I'll leave those two out. I do have all the inks nearby, but I thought I want to see what designer series paper I have that's not necessarily Christmas themed, but might be useful for making cards. So let me see. I'm not sure if this pack's actually retired. I should check that. I forgot that was a one that was ending soon. Right, let me see. I've got this pack of paper. Now, it's not your traditional Christmas looking one. Beautiful bokeh. But you can see there's a bubble side. Oh, Susan loves all kinds of cards and loves Christmas card making as well. That's brilliant. Hi Tracy, how are you? So, and then there's like a speckle on the other side, so this could quite easily be used. It's kind of like a background for one of these soft sea foam cards. So let's see if I've got any green themed. Let me see, is there just the blue? If not, I'll turn to another pack of DSP. Yep, I'll turn to another packet of DSP. And I'll see if there's any of the B side that I can use. Because a lot of the time on our A side, we've got really nice patterned print and then a plainer pattern on the back. So, for instance, right, what colour am I looking for? I'm looking for kind of like a green theme. So what have I got to hand? What do I have to hand here? She says. Now, take this sweet, for example. Delightful Wishes sweet collection. You get out the annual catalogue. You'll see here, there is one of the designer series papers. That would look nice as well if you were to stamp in this old olive colour. But I don't want that too much green. I would rather something closer to the garden green shade, to be honest, which isn't in that pack. Right, let me check another pack. What else do we have? So I'm just going through kind of like my thought process as I'm doing stuff. This one is the Floral Impressions. Now we've got greens in here. Look, there's old olive again. Look, there's a blue that this would go nice with. So this is Pool Party, this is Balmy Blue, I'm sure. Look, there's a nice green one. That's garden green. So let me bring that out. Fab. Now I'm just going to cut a piece that is 4x6 because all my cards tend to be just smaller than 4x6. So I'll just cut it down 4 inches by 6. Now, I just recently replaced, I've had this trimmer since it came out years and years ago. And you all know, as a demonstrator, I use it a lot. So my runner here, that these run up and down, was so worn that the blades kept falling out. And that's not a fault of the product, that's just with a lot of use. So I decided, right, I'm going to get a new one. So I went from the inches size, which comes with the trimmer. Hi Hazel. It would be nice if you would stamp small snowflakes on it. Yes, that would be lovely as well, actually. Yes, let me see if I've got that. If not, I could always draw it on. This is the centimetre one that you can get out the catalogue. You can order just this piece. And I tell you, what a difference. So my next order, I'm going to replace this on my second trimmer. Brilliant. And I do need to replace the blades soon as well. So that's a trimmer come scoring board. Right, so we have garden green here. And we've got the light blue for the blue one. Now remember, these are kind of like traditional type colours for Christmas cards. But you don't actually need to do that. You could go all out pink. You can go, you know, the kind of like light blues, light greens, light greys. Kind of like the whimsical gnome type colours. Right, let's see. Now I think I'm going to make a 6x6 card. And I'm also going to make a C6. Right, so let me see now. So if I get 6x6 out, well, 5 7/8 squared, because you can get this out of an A4 sheet instead of cutting up one of your 12x12s. So that is going to be for this one, with this. The smaller card's going to be the garden green, which is here. So I'm going to cut this. I'm going to do a 10th fold card. I'm going to cut this down, put my little excess piece away back in the packaging. So if you cut this to a tiny fraction, not even a 16th, a half of a 16th under 5 7/8, you will get perfect half sheet. I think that's my son coming in now, so if you hear the dogs barking, I apologise. Hi pal, I'm just on a live now, darling. So just keep the dogs steady, please. Right, so what you do now is we will just score it 4 1/8, because that's the size this cardstock goes down to. There we go. Hazel, are you working today, hun? Hope you're okay. Now, what you can either do is put a full panel on, which I'm not going to do. I am going to put a 1/4 inch smaller size in white. As soon as my youngest son, he's so teen, as soon as he comes in, he goes straight for the food cupboard. Right, I'm going to make this 3 7/8 by 5 5/8. Just so that we can see an outline of that gorgeous green on the card. So that then means I need to make this smaller. So this is going to be 3 5/8 by, that was 5 5/8, 5 3, wait, 5 5/8, 5 1/8, I think I maybe cut that too small. Yeah, I need to take another 1/8 of an inch off the edge. That was my fault. That was my fault, but it's fine. As long as you can fix it. I wouldn't normally do as big a border like that, but I think it's quite nice. I think it's quite nice, to be honest. Right, so that'll go in there. Now, I'm not going to pop this just on the top. I am going to shift these out the way Hello, how are you, hon? How are you doing? How are you doing? Forgot what I was doing there for a second, Taylor. I'm awfully excited. Right, I need to find... This is what I'm looking for. Which is, and I keep forgetting the name. It is a Spotlight on Nature Dies. This is too big for a small card. You'll see I've already got some pre-cut. I'm going to use that in the 6x6, however. So, here's one I made earlier, which is in the same white. That's going to go in there. These are great. See when you get a good, solid set of shapes. They're just brilliant. So this is the second time these have been in this annual catalogue that's currently running. These are good as well, which is the Stylish Shape Dies. Saying, oops, sorry. Yes. I did get excited when I saw you coming in. These are great as well. On days that you don't feel like crafting, you could always just sit down with Netflix on, funnily enough. You would think I had a Netflix addiction. Just sit and die cut out lots of shapes on white. Or whatever colour you like. Or go through your alphabet dies and sit and do that. It just depends what you've got the energy for. So I like to do that. And if I'm not doing that, I will do the same, but I will run through some of my embossing folders. So you know what I'm going to do? You see how you just talk about things and they come to light? I am actually going to use that on this 6x6 card. Okay, so I won't need this because I'm using that directly on there now. So, it was meant to be as well. Let me pop this away. Now, if you only had this size, for example, you could cut it in half and kind of offset it from the middle. Heather, aka Nellie's Hobbies. What's the weather looking like at your neck of the woods just now? It's got an awfully grey over here. We're supposed to get 100-mile-an-hour winds. And it's fine. It's a grand weekend to be missing the football on Saturday because I have people coming to the house to craft. So I'm excited. The weather can do what it likes as long as my crafty ladies can get here. Right, what was I doing there? I was going to file this away. You can tell I'm an administrator. Who files away their die shapes? Tricia does. File them away in their little folder. There we go. Technically that's the right terminology. Oh, Hazel's off today. You were going to do some crafting but haven't done any yet. Well, you know what to do. Take your mobile device, go to your craft desk, start crafting as you're listening to me waffle on. Had a bit of rain but not windy yet. Yep. I don't like the wind. Give me lightning, thunder any day. But the wind, I'm just scared the roof's going to come off. Right, so glue. Let's build the little C6 card first. So, I'm just going to make sure that I've not stored this upside down. Let me see. I might need to poke it. If I can find, there we go. Always put your cap back on. Hazel needs to dry cut out some shapes in the alphabet dies. Dry but overcast in the southwest. Oh my. Now, for anyone who knows how pernickety or fidgety or how much of a pain in the backside at times die cutting alphabets out is, I recommend the mini alphabet dies. These were a mini catalogue item that went into our annual catalogue and is in our next annual catalogue that we're currently in. You run this through in one go. Okay, it's capital letters, but it looks really good. It's a nice font. Run that through once, and however many colours you need, pop them in little bags like what I do. So here's Blueberry Bushel. run through a few times, so if I need to say put Dad on a card or Tammy, who maybe likes blue or something, I've got them all here. We just want to think of ways to save yourself time when you're on lives and things. I'm more of a grab as you go kind of crafter. I get a little idea in my head and then it changes 40,000 times before I finish my live. If you get me. Right. So, we are going to pop the jumper on there. My decision to make now is, should I pop the little hat on as well? Or should I just add another white panel? What do you think? Should I add a white panel here, slightly smaller, enough that you can see this pattern, but that would make this and this jump out more, wouldn't it? Because I think if we put it on that, we kind of lose the niceness of this because this is fancy. I think I'll go for that, won't I? Right, let's do that. Trimmer, where are you? Let's measure this. So, this is, let's see, 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. So what size do I need to cut that down to? This is where I end up sounding like a right wally. Oh look, there's a bit I found. That's too small, but it gives me an idea. Right, let me measure this again actually, that makes sense. 3 3/8 by 5 1/4. 5 1/8. So let's try 4 7/8 by 3 1/8. 3 1/8. Don't know how old, what age all you ladies are, but my brain fog is terrible. Oh, see, that's nice. I might take it down a trim though. No, I think that's fine. I think any more. And look, you can still see the pattern. Maybe 1/8 of an inch will take off then. Do you know of any kind of like online apps that you can use to kind of improve your memory? What I've found has been helping me of late, not necessarily with memory, but with forgetting words and stuff like that, is reading books again. Look at that. I think that's adorable. You can have it off to the side if you want, to make it more fun. You could even print off your child's picture or something, make it even funnier. Right, let's do that. Not print off the child's photo, but let's do this layout is what I mean. Right, so that's nice. That looks like a nice frame. I don't know if you can see that. It's gorgeous. Oh, she's went slightly squint. You only get a little bit wiggle room with our glue. I'm going to have to do an inside bit for that as well. So let me just cut that now. What have I got here? That is 5 1/8 by this. I think that'll maybe be too, yeah, it's too wide. I don't want to cut up another A4 sheet, so I'm just utilising that last bit that I have. All right, it's not exactly square, but that's fine. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp in here a little pair of mittens actually. So I'm going to get the garden green out and we'll do that last. Right, let me get a drink of my coffee, folks. In fact, could you just give me 1 wee second to go and microwave this? Just for 20 seconds. That's the joy of having a microwave again. Be right back. Oh, it's really dark out there. You've been good dogs. through here. Right, I'm just waiting on the microwave pinging. I love this. Now, where did the hat go? There it is. Right, let me get a block out. These are great, ergonomic, thicker, so you're not struggling, because I don't know about you, but it's really hard sometimes to bend my fingers. I've started getting like a trigger finger in this one. I've said to the doctors for years, the naproxen that I take, the maximum dose, does hee-haw, doesn't help one bit. Because my bones are so painful, and yet I'm too scared not to take them because the pain might get worse. So just playing kind of like devil's advocate here. Oh, a nice warm coffee. Right, I'm not seeing any comments or that, so apologies if anyone's commenting and I can't see them, or maybe you're just listening to me yap away. Right, this is quite a solid surface, so I am going to grab my Stampin' Pierce mat. I don't even need to take it out of its wallet, to be honest, because it's still a nice squishy surface. And it just makes sure that all aspects of, all areas of the stamp are going to catch. Right, so 2 little mittens. So let's place both the mittens together and we'll pop them in the corner. Now, people like to take these off and just stick them directly in the cases here. I don't do that. Hi Hazel, how are you? I hope you're well, my lovely. Hazel's one of my friends that's in my other friend Nellie's team, but we're all under the same upline as well. So it's, this Stampin' Up community is just amazing. Wouldn't you agree, ladies? Right, I'm just going to pop the 2 little mittens. So I have been playing, well, yesterday, Hazel, I stamped and fussy cut using the Stay Warm set, because I didn't have enough brain power in me yesterday to think about making cards, but I thought I can stamp and I can cut out and I can watch Netflix at the same time. So that is what I've done. So I've got all these bits here. I thought, come on and make a couple of cards. Hi, Margaret. Now, I did just come on kind of last minute, folks, so I do apologise. I did share into a couple of groups. Into my crafty group and my team group, but it just depends who's on Messenger at the time, isn't it? Nothing wrong with being a bit ad hoc, as they say. Right, so put that away. So that's the insert. Now, it's not my usual size, but like I say, I didn't want to cut up another piece of white, so let's do this. Hazel saying totally agree. Now, for instance, I have met Hazel Hancock, who's down south. I've met Hazel Ann, who's down south. Who else? No one else on here that's down south that I've met, but Margaret that's watching's on my team. She's in Central Scotland. Nellie's in South Central Scotland, I think. Oh yeah. And we've all met through Stampin' Up, and we've all been friends for years now. That is the best bit about this community. And let's face it, there's not a lot in our close circles that are card making fanatics these days. None of my friends make cards. Like my direct friends, if you know what I mean. So, right, now, this takes up the majority of the space on this card, so I will need to use a little banner to stamp on and maybe pop it across, layer it up a little bit. I do not have any green ribbon, but I do have Secret Sea, this one, which is just beautiful, which I'll pop out for when I make this card. So I'm going to set that aside now. Right. Let me check my embellishment box just in case there's something in here. Oh, see, that was, I think that was just jade ink colour. They're retired now. Yeah, that's the same pack. Embellishments. That's it in colour pearls. We've got the cloud cover that would maybe go nice with that. Some of these are retired, but you can never use them fast enough. You get that much in your packets. That's how I always like to have lots of these, which we always have basic rhinestone jewels. They have been East Lothian, it is, that's it. Oh, choking on nothing there. These have always been in the catalogue from us since I started, and they go with everything. So if in doubt, turn to your basic rhinestone jewels. 140 in a packet. Yes, stamping friends are the best friends. And sometimes we maybe only see each other once a year or even once every 18 months or so, but it's always cuddles. Cuddles and best wishes and just happiness. I love it. I love it. Right, I am going to pop these up with dimensionals. So if I pop the hat on first with some of these. It's went very quiet. It goes quiet when Tricia's concentrating on putting these dimensionals on. Oh, dearie me. Right. Let me just pop that there. Is that straight? I need to sit it up a little bit. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, Susan, you're from Scotland too. Brilliant. That is amazing. You might be my next team member, you never know. If you fancy a bargain, feel free to message me. And I'm not doing a sales pitch here, guys. Honestly, my cup is always full when it comes to this community. It's different from any other. And all my Stampin' Up buddies on here will agree with me. And there's still plenty of us out there. That's for sure. Right. So, no, I'm not going to put it up too high. I want a little bit of a gap. Now, maybe I should have put the jumper on first. Because the hat's slightly squint now. But it's fine because nothing goes to plan 100%, does it? Now, if that had been on patterned paper, I would have had to have been a little bit extra careful peeling that off. So just give it a good press when you're finally sorted for it not having to move. Hazel got to meet a few of them 2 years ago when you came to your first one with your mum. That was right, that's when I met you the last time. The first time and the last time. But your mum came to another one, didn't she? So I've seen your mum twice. But that doesn't feel like 2 years ago. Doesn't seem like 2 years ago, I tell you. Right, okay, so what I want to do now is we could either use a punch to stamp a sentiment out, or we can just do a basic one, or we can cut our own little banner one, or we can see what we have in our dies stash. Now, see, this one would look good. If you're short on time, you can just cut a piece by doing it by eye. Is that the right saying? Do it by eye. Wing it kind of thing. And I think I am going to do that because my cutting machine is over there. And I'm being lazy and I don't want to get up and go and get it. Oh, I do have my mini machine though. Oh, take that back. Oh, and you know what? Did I not say to you guys how it's good to be organised? You pre-cut or die cut out labels. I've just shown you them literally 10 minutes ago and then I forgot I had them. So, I'm going to take out, here's some I made earlier. Okay, so these are just adorable, look. But it's the little, I'm going to have to take them all out so I can get hold of the one I'm after. So we've got a thinner banner, we've got a teeny banner, there's a big fat chunky banner. And there's squares and circles. These are just amazing. You could actually use these in different rainbow colours and just create your own kind of background. Like faux embossing. Right, so let me see if I can find a sentiment in my newest Christmas set. Look at that, it's tiny. That will fit in either of these. No, these are all big. So, I said to myself when this new annual catalogue came out, or was it the one before? It might have been the one before. It's always good to have sentiment-only stamp sets to hand. And I'll show you. Just give me a second. So, there was two. We've got Simply Said, so you could put Let's Celebrate for Christmas. Or there's this one, which is Choose Happy. And we've got Winter on here. I thought this had Christmas on it actually, but it doesn't. So I think I'll need to go with Let's Celebrate. And that means that card could be birthday, Christmas, whatever. Now, let me look and see if I've got any stamps here that have a little star on it. Here's one that says the right words, that's nice. Let's see, because I think little stars would be nice. What's all this rubbish I've got here? Here's one as well. There's one wishing you lots of joy. This is the cute Swansea baby themed one. However, that would be pertinent to festivities. Right, hang on, because I do have other sets. Susan's saying she does that as well. Do you know if there's another get together? I don't think so, honey. Just with things going on. But hopefully next year. Hopefully next year for sure. Right, now I'm just looking to see if I have a stamp set that's got a little star or something on it. Now I don't have stars, but you utilise what you've got. So this is from the Perfectly Pairs suite. I can use, if I wanted, this little splash effect, and I think I will do that. And I'm going to pop some second generation garden green in the corner here, just to give it a little bit something different. So again, the versatility of these. Now I'm just going to show you the difference. Stamp 1, stamp 2, stamp 3. Just how I was explaining about the first, second, third generation stamping. What one do you think I should do in the corner? Should I just do the dark one, I'm thinking? Hi, Catherine. How are you? Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm just going to stamp that there. And stamp it there. I'm just putting it in that little corner. I think I've maybe just stamped too much now. If in doubt, slow down. Right, I'm going to clean that off. I might have just overkilled this, but you know what, it's absolutely fine, because I could quite easily put a banner over there. No, I'm not going to put the banner over there. Oh, don't think I like that now. That was me going to stamp happy. Right, no point in fretting. No point in fretting. Right, so what we can do is we can put some silver over there. Right, what am I doing? I am doing Let's Celebrate, haven't I? Let's see. Just give myself a little creative break from the day job, see what you're up to. Oh, nice. Do you work from home like me, Catherine? Now that Let's Celebrate, I think might be slightly too long for this. But I'm going to try it anyway. So first of all, I'm turning that over because both sides look slightly different the way that the die cuts. Oh yeah, that fits perfect. So let me flip it over and stamp on the right side. Now, that was relatively straight considering it's not directly under my nose. So there we go, let's celebrate. Garden Green's a really juicy ink pad, love it. I quite like doing cards that just seem to be focused. You see what I've done here? They seem to be focused just in one colour. These are like pre-cut that fit certain sentiments in here. So again, I forgot I'd done this, but that would have been for Let's Celebrate. That could have went on there if I didn't have these dies. I think that's lovely though. So that's another wee tip. You can put them in here. Cut some store some pre-cut sentiment layers that you can just stamp on directly. The things you find to do when you're want to be crafty but not quite up to making cards. Right, I am just going to pop this across his jumper there, or her jumper. Da, 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 da. The jumper and Bobo hat are so cute. They are. I hope you've been getting on good to your goodies. I need to actually share this into your Christmas group because it has been that long since I've done a Christmas thing, the last card. Although I did do this project, Catherine, a little decorated bag. Can't remember if I'd put that in your Christmas group. I'll need to have a wee look. Right, so we've popped that on. Let's celebrate. We're going to put 3 little silver, look, getting all inky. 3 little basic rhinestone jewels up here. Need to just make sure that doesn't come off my hands. Now these take your pick tools are great. We've got putty here that just lifts it off, and yep, I will do. What's the name of your group again? Can't remember. Is it Inky Fingered Cat Christmas something? I'm not forgetting because I'm rude. I'm forgetting because my brain is generally really terrible at remembering right now. Right, I am just going to pop 3 up in that corner there. So when people say, oh, look at that cluster in the corner, and then they go, ooh, pretty gems, and then they forget that this is maybe stamped too much. Love the monochrome. That is the word I was looking for earlier. Monochrome, the same tone. Again, it's another way to keep things simple without overthinking too much. Right, now I'm just going to leave these out because I might use one of these pre-die cut shapes for the 6x6 card. So, I think that's turned out nice. If anything, it's more therapeutic. Inky Fingered Cat Christmas in July, that's it. But it will run all year, won't it? Through to Christmas, hopefully, because I need to get some cards in there. And then we've got the little mittens that are just so cute. These can kind of be utilised on, say, you can mix that with the baby cards. Maybe if someone had if there was a birth in at Christmas time or something, you could use the cutest onesie with that. Wouldn't it be? I've just had this silly idea. I wouldn't do that. But imagine stamping this and then stamping the little socks coming out of it. And then the little the little mittens and then the hat. And you could put Christmas baby on it. Oh, I think I've had too much coffee today. If you can't laugh at your own rubbish jokes, then what is the point, eh? Right, let me leave those out. So that's the Garden Green one. So you can see everything coordinates really well. That was from a different suite altogether. That was from the Perfect Repairs suite. And those that love Stampin' Up know that we've got this. Oh, Catherine's saying it runs all year, but only do the one video each month. Oh, brilliant. Except in July. That's perfect. Thank you. These all coordinate brilliant. And I've just turned around there and the bottom of my back is just cracked very nicely. You know when it pops and you're like, oh, relief. Right, so there's the card. Let's do the bigger one. So, like I say, this is the polka dot paper, but we're going to use the kind of like spray effect side just to make this pop. So the card is just A4 cut down to 5 7/8 and then folded in half. So it's 5 7/8 by 5 7/8 the size, which means you don't go down from 6 inches because it's slightly smaller. So just bear that in mind if you're doing that with an A4 sheet and rather than doing the 12 by 12 cut down. The reason I started doing that, not only does it mean I can use up the big stash of A4 that I've got, but it means that I had a pile of 6 by 6 envelopes and they were so nippet for 6 by 6 cards, which I couldn't understand. So that was frustrating, so I shortened the card slightly. Right, so 5 7/8. So we want this to be I was going to say 5 5/8, but I'm going to do 5 1/4. I'm going to do 5 1/4 squared. And that'll allow us to see that nice white space. And then this one we're going to cut down. Now this is pretty centered. So this is going to be, I think it's going to be 5. So it currently measures 5 1/4. So I need to take 1/8 of an inch off each side at a time, so that I can try and keep that circle in the centre. I hope. Oh, no worries, Catherine. Enjoy your second half of your shift. That's where I'm so grateful that I only work in the mornings. Right. Now that's slightly off centre. So I'm going to take a little bit off there and a tiny bit off here. It won't be pure, proper straight, but yeah, I like that. Big increments on this one, but it's absolutely fine. Right, don't need these little bits. Don't need these. It's getting really, really dark outside, and I will put my hands up. I have not moved out my pyjamas today. I've done my work shift. I actually started off with a cup of coffee and some of my Netflix series in bed. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rough up the edges of this and this just to give it a wee bit of a different look. Now, use your scissors, but be very careful. I don't want anyone hurting themselves. So by roughing it up, all I mean is this works better when the designer series paper has a white core, because you do kind of see the difference. Our scrapbooking paper, the two-tone, is really good for this as well. And I know some people, for instance, if I were to emboss this, then you could go over it with sandpaper and you get the white coming out as well from the white centre. So this is going to be a little bit more relaxed getting thrown on here. You could, if you want, turn up the edges as well. Hi Sophie, how are you? So let me just use a glue stick. Trying to find something that was deadly circular there. So Catherine's group runs all year, which is brilliant. That is something I would love to be able to do, is make Christmas cards all year round. Right. So I'm going to do this as a tent fold as well. I'm going to do the turn up bit at the left, top left and the bottom right. This will go in here, and again we'll repeat roughing up the edges. Sometimes it tears a little bit, so it doesn't matter, it's meant to look kind of rustic-ish. And a good way to make this rough up better, if it was coloured paper, you would just put the same ink around the edge, wets it slightly, and then it's easier to kind of rough up. Hi Karen, how are you? Hope you're well. I hope you're well. Right. The only thing is you get quite a bit of paper dust. Right, so let's just, you can even do kind of like torn sections or what have you. Now, this is embossed way, and there's the reverse embossing. Two completely different looks. They're the same but different. but they do look completely different. So have a little play with that as well, see what way you want it. Now a little bit extra glue because of the ups and downs on this. Okay, you can put it at a slight angle if you want. I think I'll do that. Let's put it on the wonk a little bit. No, I don't want it on the wonk. So I've got a second to change my mind before I commit to sticking that. So see what I mean? I just make it up as I go. Make it up as I go. Right. Love it. Looks nice, doesn't it? So what we're doing is we're putting this little guy on there. Now, or what you can do, let me see what else I've got. Let me see if I could you put like numerous things, mix up the colours, hang on. Maybe a grey hat. You know what, you could like build up a little focal point on the card. See, even down there. Or you could put strips across here. Like, for example, this isn't what I'm going to do, but you could do like that. Then pop that there, and maybe pop that there. What do you think? Do you think I should do like a banner effect? Or should I do the same as the other one and do a hat? No, I think I want to do a little collection of winter goods going across the front of the card there. What do you think? Winter goods. Winter knits is what I mean. Help me decide. This is why I love coming on with you guys. Because I could put it to the right like that. Maybe get one of the little circle die cuts that I had out. Maybe pop that here. Let me have a play around. Let me see. No, that's too big. Far too big. Yeah, great idea. What do you think? Yeah. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Now, I think what I'll do is I'll get a piece of this card as well, which is, what is it? Not Night of Navy, it is Secret Sea. And I'll do 2 little layers. Now, look, here's a little scrap bit here. Saves cutting up another sheet. That can maybe be put on like that, and like that, and maybe cut that at an angle. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Right, I'm just going to have it about that long. What you don't know, you just make up, folks. This one, I think I'll cut into little banner flag type shape. This one along the bottom. No, I want that the same kind of shape. Love it. So that's quite nice. Right, I'm just going to glue that on top. Like so. And then that'll go on here. See, it's just good to play around. That will go there. This will go here. Let me see if it looks better with a same colour. Nope. I think maybe the white one would look... No, I'll go with the grey one. So much you can do. By adding this in, all you need to do to make it flow a bit better is stamp the sentiment in this colour. Green's a bit much. So I'm going to stick with the grey. Right, let's commit to this. I will pop... Or should I do it that way? No, stick to my first instincts. Now let's rough this up actually. Rough it up a little bit. Just to keep the same theme going throughout. Have I been on quite long? I don't like to rush, mind you, but I don't like to keep this too long either. Right, let's commit. Let's get some of these dimensionals on this. 1, 2, 3, 4 is plenty. I'm going to pop that towards the lower side of the card. So I'm not sure what we're having for tea tonight, folks. The option is there to have homemade stovies. They would need to be cooked, obviously. Or, right, I'm going to stick that on just as is. Oh, now, I was wanting to put maybe a bit of ribbon on there, wasn't I? Let me see. Yeah, I'm going to put a bit of ribbon across there too, before that dries. I'll put that there. See, you can maybe, does this kind of fluff up a little bit? Oh yeah, it does. Be careful though, with your ribbons and stuff. Your scissors, sorry, not your ribbon. Your ribbon's not going to cause you damage. I'm just going to rough that up a little bit. Let's stick it on there. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Just going to cut that flush with the end. This would stick down better with, what do you call it, tearing tape though. Oh, just over an hour, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Right, so for this, I want to put dimensionals here and here so that it grabs it, and then this will seep through and stick to the back as well. So, here's my dimensionals. So I'll just put, it's really hard to get them off sometimes when you've got fake nails on. There, one down here, and one here. It's Thursday today, isn't it? Got a lot done today, so I'm quite chuffed. Right. Press and commit. Ta-da! And this one, I'm going to put flush. I should have put on that. Let's prop it up as well. The card's going to be large letter size anyway, so might as well prop it up a bit more. Here's my cocktail. Just kind of like that. All of it. And if you had time, you could do the little mitts or anything as well. I think that's really nice. It's not what I'd planned in my head at all, but such is the joy. Right, now, sentiment for in the middle. Oh, decisions. I think we could put one up here. Now, I have these. It came from another punch that I don't have, but my friend, my crafty friend, let me punch out some shapes. So I think we could use that. Mirror your holiday season. I think that is in the annual catalogue. But don't quote me on that because at the 7th, I've not actually used these yet. Right, so let's get the Secret C. Now be careful because, like I say, these can be very juicy. I'm going to stamp that on here. I'm bringing it closer because it's, I want to try and get it dead centre. Oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. And see what I mean? It's juicy, so you don't need to push too hard into that stamp. And if you are having to dab, 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 you obviously need to re-ink it. So get your re-inkers out and fill up your pads. Right. So, we are doing away very soon. We're transitioning away from these red rubber cling stamps. And we're going to be sticking with photopolymer. So, if you like the red rubber, get the stamp sets that you're after the now before they kind of deplete. Because they're not transitioning red rubber into the other type of stamp. So they're all going to be like this, you see. And we've got the new storage coming as well, which it's not quite that size, but they'll all be stored flat. Imagine how much more hoard you could keep without filling up too much room in your space. Love it. I'll see, that is pretty. That is pretty. Right, pop some dimensionals on here, little foam pads. If I had this punch to hand, I would punch out one in either of the colours used in this card, cut it in half and then layer it behind, but I don't have it. I just think this looks nice. Now, what I'm going to do quickly, I'm going to rough it up a little bit. Rough it up, you know what I mean. I'm going to score it a little bit. I should have done this before I stuck the dimensionals on. So again, just, that's nice. What time are we at, folks? I think my older son gets in about any time between 4:45 and 5:15. Hubby will probably be nearer 5:30. Love that embossing folder with them. Oh, it's lovely, Margaret, isn't it? And the thing is, sometimes, I don't know about you guys, but we can get lazy when it comes to our embossing folders. Hence why I always suggest when you get your new products, you have a sit and you run through some basic colours. This corrugated 3D one's brilliant too. And then you're just grabbing. You know, whereas if you thought, oh, I need to go and get my die cutting machine out, I'll not bother with the embossing part. So it's worth doing a little bit prep in advance. As you know, Margaret's a long time crafty person. Not just card making is her talent, you know. Right, so again, I think I'm going to use 5 gems on this one, 3 here and 2 down there. So let's do that. Now it's a 6x6 card, so I'm quite happy using the large, medium and small in one corner and then 2 small in the next. If you want to be more pernickety, you could put them actually on top of the dots or what have you, but now one thing that would finish this card off without being too much, I wonder if you know what I'm about to do. It starts with wink and ends in Stella. Wink of Stella. Right, I've got a spare one of these somewhere. I need to find it. Now, you could quite easily go around your edges, you know, of any of your parts, or you can add it to your coloured images. Now, because this is water-based, your colour will run, so don't go too much on it. A lot of people like to colour with their Stampin' Blend, their ink of Stella. So see this bit here, I misstamped, so it's not got any colour in it, but look, now that I've kind of wet the ink around it, you can see the colours moved. So let me give this a little bit of a sparkly waistband and wristbands, and maybe just a few little dotty bits on there. So it's not overkill, it's not too much, it's not too less. There, that turned out really nice, didn't it? And just by roughing it up and using different kind of layers and things like that, it makes it look so much prettier. So we've got like the monochrome look here, and it's great. Imagine what this would look like with little pink jumpers. For instance, here's little pink hats. Look. And you just mix and match. If any of you have the colour wheel that Stampin' Up have, it's a great way to mix and match colours that are either opposite or colours that are very similar. You know, like the analogues and complementary and all that, and the monochromatic. So, yeah, you could really go to town. They're available in my online store as well. To be honest, I don't use it an awful lot. I think it scares me a little bit, but it won't be going away anywhere anytime soon. So I will, what do you call it? I will get used to it eventually. Right, now, where is my fussy cutting scissors? These are my older snips. These are brand new snips. And these are the snips, missing the snips, that I used last night to do the fussy cutting of all those little images. I think I may have left it up the stairs in the bedroom. So I'll need to leave that out because I don't want to lose them. They're my razor sharp ones. Yeah, they're bound to be somewhere. And these are just cheapy ones. But they're good. They're not Stampin' Up. So, yeah, thanks for coming on, everyone. Even though it was a little sporadic visit. I'm going to go and get a fresh cuppa because that reheated cuppa, there's still over half of it in the cup. So, and I need to go and find a new book that I want to start reading because I finished another novel yesterday too. So, thanks so much. I'll pop some photos up in the Crafty Stamping Club group and on my business page. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks again for the chat, guys. Bye.